Hey, good morning or good afternoon. I guess it depends upon where you are. Man, we got Friday, Black Friday football. We're Ole Miss and Mississippi State. You probably hear some dogs in the background. They're just playing. But man, it's nice and cool outside today. Yeah, there they go. There they go. There they go, playing and barking. I kind of miss when LSU played Arkansas on Friday at Thanksgiving. Kind of missed that. Used to like when LSU played Arkansas on Fridays. So, yeah. Pelicans blew another game, huh? I mean, what else? Man, what else was new? They're just so hard to get behind, man, because they just, I don't know. They still need to trade Zion. They still need to get rid of Zion. Oh, well, no. We have Pelicans blew another lead. Yeah, we got the Rebels and the Bulldogs from Start Vegas. Start Vegas. Fuck, I have no idea, man. I'll believe it when I see it. I mean, he hasn't said a damn word about anything, so. All these people that say on Tiger droppings it's a done deal, and I'll believe when I see it. I'll believe it when I see it. Until then, who knows, man. Yeah. All right. Oh, cool. We got a bot. Oh, never mind. He gone. Bot's gone. What's up, Aquavision? Yeah, bot's gone. Yeah. College football on Friday. This game should be on Thanksgiving night like it used to be. This game should have been last night. All right, we're in the Start Vegas. Oh, the last Lane kid about to get. Let's go, man. I know. I used to like it when we played Arkansas on Friday. I liked it when we used to play. I kind of miss that. Now we're going to play Arkansas again. Probably the last game of the year. Starting next year. So anyway, everybody get in. Everybody on Tiger droppings. Keep saying it's a done deal. Done deal. Done deal. I'll believe when I see it. Let's see who's getting the ball first. Is it going to be the Rebels or the Bulldogs? Looks like it's going to be the Rebels. Hey! Y'all dogs. Boy, we was fast, man. We need a hard time keeping up. There's the SEC standings. A&M is 7-0. Then you got Georgia 7-1, Ole Miss 6-1, Bama 6-1. There's a touchback. So first and 10 Rebels at the 20-25 yard line. There used to be a red zone channel. Did they have one? They might have one on the ESPN app. Maybe it's on the ESPN app. I don't know, but I don't know. All right, 1st and 10 to 25. Chambliss. And it's a kind of short gain. It was Wallace with the reception. Very short gain. Going to be 2nd down coming up here for the Rebels. Mississippi State needs a win to get bowl eligible. So 2nd down and 8. Here for the Rebels. There's a handoff. And Lacey gets up to about the 29. Huh? No, she can't see her. No! Told you that no, like 3 times. 3rd down. Yeah, we'll see tomorrow. What's up, Paul? We'll see tomorrow what unless something leaks tonight. 3rd and 5. There's Chambliss. Throws and over to caught. 1st down across midfield to the 45. Down to the 40. Down to the 36-yard line. 1st down, Ole Miss. Is Wallace again. Oh, Zachary. And it's crazy how they got this quarterback from the Division II. There's a run to the 30. They got this guy from Division II. And Lane Kiffin's got this quarterback looking really, really, good. And Nussmeier was just god-awful this year. We got Kiffin's a good play caller and good quarterback coach. 2nd and 6. There's a handoff again. And Lacey to the 25, down to the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. That was quick. Touchdown, Ole Miss. You think Mendoza's a real deal? I think he's going to be drafted high. I think he'll be one of the top quarterbacks taken in the draft. And that was a quick start, 6-0 Ole Miss. Man. Yeah, right. The FCS Division II, Division III become the new the JUCO transfer. Yeah, JUCO transfer portal. Here comes the extra point, and it's good. That was quick, man. Yeah, it's nice seeing an offense can actually score points in like 2 minutes. That's crazy. I mean, LSU couldn't call plays like this. It's nice be able to watch an offense that can move the football. It's nice, man. It's like one of these days, LSU will have an offense again. I mean, last year's offense wasn't that bad. Nussmeier wasn't that bad last year. At least he can throw the football last year. This year he was hurt all year, and LSU fans were lied to about Nussmeier's injury, and said, "Oh, it's okay. He just needs that bye week to heal up." That's what old Brian Kelly said, and that's so. The notification that Florida has shifted focus from Kiffin and interviewing other candidates. That either means Kiffin staying at Ole Miss or he's going to LSU, one or the other. I wonder if something's going to leak tonight. We'll see, though. I mean, these experts on Twitter, they want to be the first to drop the news on Kiffin. So they they're probably itching and can't wait to post where he's going. They want to be first. Want to be first. So let's see. They just see his son saying, "Free my boy." Oh yeah, is Brian Kelly in jail? I didn't know Brian Kelly was in jail. I mean, why does he need to be free? I don't understand that. Brian Kelly did it to himself. While he got fired. Coming out in preseason talking all kind of bullshit, saying that no, we're going to the national championship game. Keep your seats. We're going. This is the best team I've had since I've been here. Clemson game 1, punching bag, paw prints. He did it all to himself, man. All the nonsense he talked in the preseason, Brian Kelly did it to himself. All right, 7-0 Ole Miss. Because that was quick. Their offense moved the ball down the field with ease. So the Mississippi State, well, they really spruced up Davis Wade Stadium. Last time I went, they didn't have that end zone done. When's the last time? It was this. Well, Saban was here last time I went to a Mississippi State game in Dallas Wade Stadium, Davis Wade Stadium. Yeah, Saban was our coach. Yeah, Brian Kelly did all that stuff to himself. So Taylor starting for Mississippi State, making his first FBS start. He's from Macon, Mississippi. Taylor getting the start today, but did they have a penalty? They're back at the 3-yard line. All right, 1st and 10 at the 3. Dogs. All right, 1st and 10 for Mississippi State at their own 3. There's a handoff, and we're gonna lose a yard. They're gonna lose a yard. Oh, you made to Wrigley before the all the rooftop stuff, yeah. I kind of wish I'd have been there before that. Here's a caught first down. Oh, he fell down at the 20. Otherwise, he might have been gone. It's Thompson with the catch. Now, he might have been gone if he doesn't fall down. Yeah, I wish I'd have went to Old Yankee Stadium. Didn't do that. Here's a handoff up to the 25-yard line. But yeah, Wrigley put up those billboards that kind of took away the rooftops. That was like, it's part of the charm of Wrigley. I balled the 25, their own 25 for Mississippi State. And that's going to be a quarterback keeper. That's a first down up to the 32-yard line. Yeah, if he didn't fall down, he might have scored. He might have scored. Well, 1st and 10. Man, it was. When I first came out, I thought it was kind of cold. But it's kind of warmed up. Here's a pass over the middle. Caught first down across midfield to the 45. Down to the 39. Another first down. Hey, first down, Mississippi State. Man, bots are out today. 1st and 10. There's a handoff, and gets up to the 36-yard line. It was with Bothwell. All right, 2nd down and 8 coming up. Second and eight for Mississippi State. Rhymes. It's another handoff and gets about 2 on the carry. Yeah, who knows how Justin Tucker is, if he's still what he, because did he kind of fall off last year? He wasn't really like his normal self last year. But Tucker's probably better than a groupie. 3rd and 7. And all day to throw, makes a catch. And breaks a tackle, 1st down to the 25-yard line. That's bad tackling by Ole Miss. 1st and 10, Mississippi State. Yeah, I don't think Tucker. I think he kind of fell off last year than what he normally. When he was in his prime. But Tucker's probably better than, like I said, he's probably better than Groupie. Groupie actually kicked pretty well last year. I was kind of surprised he kind of fell off because he had a good camp. 1st and 10. And Aaron has a yard. But then Groupie couldn't, he missed some kicks against Arizona. He missed one against Arizona, and then he missed one against San Francisco. He started off very shaky. And I said, man, he's lucky Sean Payton wasn't here because he would have got cut like in week 2. 2nd and 8. And quarterback keeper down to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown! Touchdown, Mississippi State. Man, they go down the field and score. Man. So Kamario Taylor with a 22-yard run, and the Bulldogs are an extra point away of tying this game up. Well, yeah, they've really made Davis Wade Stadium. They spruced it up, man. Last time I went was when Saban was here. They might have been. That was. I think it was 2001 last time I went to this stadium. Or maybe it was it 03 or 01? I can't remember. Might have been 2003. It's either 03 or 01 last time I went to this stadium. Extra point is good. We're tied at 7. Yeah, Mississippi State has a better offense than LSU. I mean, they run better plays than we do. Of course, Nussmeier would have been unable to do what Taylor just did there, but Van Buren might be able to do that. So 7-7. Yeah. Now that they got, but see, they're still trying to run Joe Sloan's offense, and they just got a different play caller. That's just they're running the same damn offense that Joe Sloan had, but just with a different play caller. That's all they're doing. There ain't anything different. Christmas time. Hey. Oh, wait. Yeah. Yeah, I thought they would. I thought LSU was going to figure the offense out. I didn't know Nussmeier was injured as much as they. Yeah, they lied about that. They lied about Nussmeier's injury because all of a sudden now he can't play. He's played all year with this injury. These last 3 games he's not going to play because he's injured. But he could play before, so they lied. They lied about how hurt he was. They lied. So that's what it is, All right. All right. So we got 7-7. Next, no, the game next is with Georgia Tech, and I don't think that game is going to be as good as the game was last year. Last year was an 8 overtime game against Tech and Georgia, but I don't. There's no way in hell that game is going to be as good. This game today is going to be as good as that game last year. There's just no way. Georgia Tech's defense is bad. Georgia might win that game by a lot. What's up, Randall? Yeah. And there's reports that it's a done deal. He's got cold feet. He's going to Florida. There's so many reports about Kiffin. There's nobody knows anything. We'll find out, I guess. That's why I'll believe it. I'll believe it when I see it. All right, 1st and 10 for Ole Miss. Starting to warm up a little bit. It was really cool outside about an hour ago. Guess now the sun's out. All right, 1st and 10 to 25 here for the Rebs. Chambliss throws and the guy's wide open at the 38, 1st down. Matt Moscona don't know what he's talking about, man. Matt Moscona is I don't listen to him. Ball to 37. And is Bama still burning, Matt? There's a handoff up to about the 40-yard line. Ever since Moscona 2 years ago did all this Bama's burning shit, and he comes out dressing like an Indian after they beat Florida State beat Alabama, acting like a fool. Like, man, dude, LSU just beat Clemson, and you dress up in a Florida State jersey. 2nd and 7. Here's another guy open. Well, how are these guys all wide open, man? Across midfield to the 45-yard line. There's Watkins. How did their receivers get open and LSU receivers can't get open? Oh, I think I know why. Here's a handoff. Look, it gets about 2 or 3 yards up the middle. It's crazy, man. Ole Miss runs plays and their receivers are wide open. And they're wide open. It's like nobody. LSU runs a play and they're covered. Like, man. So 2nd and 8 at the 43. There's a handoff. And up to the 42, be 3rd down. Didn't Shea Dixon? I think Shea Dixon said today that he thinks it's a done deal. No, he's coming. He said he thinks he's coming to LSU. So I mean, everybody says something different, man. Everybody has to have a different outlook on things because, just cause. 3rd and 7. It's a ball at the 42. So Chandler's back to throw. And he's gonna run. And he dove. That's a first down, I believe. Yep, first down. Yeah, everybody says it's a done deal. Done deal. Here's another pass, another catch made. It's a flag down. And we'll get to the 25, but there's a yellow hanky down. I mean, didn't Lane buy a house? That was a rumor that Lane closed on a house in Baton Rouge a few days ago. we got offsides gets a defense. Yeah, that was a rumor a few days ago. That Kiffin bought a house in Baton Rouge, but he's got cold feet. Like, what is it, man? I mean, what's the truth, man? I think everybody's just spewing shit, man. I don't know. 1st and 10 at the with the 24. There's a play action down the right sideline and touchdown. Man, what a beautiful thrown ball. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Man, look at that ball. How perfect the ball was. That was Wallace with the reception. This guy came from Division II. Division II. This guy, this guy's a good quarterback. It's like, man, how many people initially missed on this guy? Man. Here comes the extra point. I gotta feed Marie. She's out there meowing food. Meow. Here's the extra point. It's good. 14-7 Rebels. Yeah, Nussmeier wouldn't have made this throw this year. Last year he had a chance, but yeah, with Nussmeier being injured, there's no way he'd been able to complete that pass. I'm gonna go feed a cat because she's like meowing at me and. What are you doing? Get up here. Right. Nussmeier did make a pass like that because he was healthy that last year. And Nussmeier was healthy last year, so he was able to make those throws. He made some good throws in the bowl game against Baylor. Just this year, they lied. They lied about his when he got hurt in fall camp. They lied about the severity of his injury. They lied. They said it was he'll play through it. He'll be all right. Just needs that bye week. Just needs that one bye week. No, just needs to get through the Southeastern game. Never should play Never should have played against Southeastern. But he probably wasn't going to be healthy at any point, regardless if he played or not. So, yeah, when your quarterback's healthy, he can be pretty good. But Nussmeier was definitely injured all year long. All right, so who's going to play defense first? I think it's going to be Ole Miss. I don't see Mississippi State stopping this offense. I think Ole Miss is going to put up some points today. Still see. All righty. The All-State Good Hands Field Goal Net Program since 2005. They've donated millions of scholarships. Alrighty, there's the kickoff. 5:22 to go in the first. It's 14-7 Ole Miss. A touchback. First down, Bulldogs at the 25-yard line. Yeah, I think Ole Miss defense will eventually slow down Mississippi State's offense, but I don't think Mississippi State's gonna be able to stop Ole Miss offense. I don't see this game being like the Georgia Tech game last year. But the last drive, Mississippi State went 97 yards in 10 plays. There's a quarterback keeper on first down. This time he gets about 2, maybe 3. So you're going to be generous. Be second down and 8, I'm going to call it. Coming up. I'm going to call it second and 8 coming up. So 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. 14-7. Ole Miss. There's a handoff. And up to that's a good run. About 7 yards. Be 3rd and 1. And man, with Gayton on the carry. Actually going to call it 3rd and 2. Probably 3rd and a yard and a half. They just stretch it out to 3rd and 2. No, it is 3rd and 2. It's a full 2 yards. It's 2 yards. 3rd and 2. Quarterback keeper. And it's a first down up to the 37-yard line. First down, Mississippi State. Yeah. Yeah, the Mississippi State play caller is better than Joe Sloan. Whoever he is. 1st and 10. Empty backfield. Taylor throw. Guy open. Oh, no. Way over behind him. That was behind the receiver. 2nd and 10. Yeah, I don't think this game is going to go eight overtimes like that Georgia Tech game last year. And that was behind, man. A good pass. Man, a good pass. That might have been 6 points. Man. 2nd and 10. And they're gonna hand it off, and it gets up to the 40. Be 3rd down. So how many yards? No, let's not talk about points. Let's talk about how many yards LSU will get for the game tomorrow. Like 150? 170? Like total yards? That's not talking about points. Because we might not score like 6. And I don't know who we throwing the ball there. There's nobody there. 4th down. 150 total yards. Yeah, that's between 150 and like 175 sounds about right. So we got a punt. Mississippi State, boy, if that one pass would have been on target, could have been 6 punts away. But it's a fair catch to 22. But it woulda, coulda, shoulda. I'll say 6 points and 187 yards. Yeah, that's probably, yeah. Most games with 300 passing yards and 50 rushing yards in a single season the last 30 years. Jaden had 6 games with that. Then you got Chambliss and Manziel on the list. They both have 4. Man. I didn't know Chambliss was kind of approaching that mark with Daniels had. It's pretty impressive. It was 1st and 10 at the 22. Yeah, 6 points and 180 yards sounds about right. There's a handoff, and he gets about 2 yards. I just don't see how LSU's going to score points tomorrow. I just don't see it. I just don't. We couldn't score points against Western Kentucky. How the hell are we going to score against Oklahoma? 2nd and 8 from the 24. As they're going right to left of the Rebels, Chambliss. Looking, they go down the middle of the field, and it might be a holding call against the defense. There is a flag down. You see, they're going to be. With the ball's in the air, going to be pass interference. Guess it was pass interference against the defense. The ball was in the air. This about Summerall. Summerall's making a decision on Sunday if he's staying at Tulane or going somewhere else. I hope he stays at Tulane, but he's not. 1st and 10. Chambliss throws. That guy open and caught. Across midfield to the 45, down to the 40. 1st down. Yeah, I kind of hope. I hope that Summerall would stay at Tulane, but he's not. I mean, we got 1st and 10. There's a handoff up to the 40, up to the 37-yard line. Yeah, their receivers are open, man. It's like when back in the day with Montana and Rice, he's always open. Here's a handoff up to the 32-yard line. When John Taylor and Jerry Rice they were always open. I mean, it's like, man, how does Jerry Rice get wide open all the time? 3rd and 3 here for Ole Miss at the 33. Handoff. That's nothing. It's be 4th down. Oh man, well that looks like they're gonna give him a yard, but it's 4th down. Yeah, they're just good route runners, man. Jerry Rice was a good route runner. Rice knew how to get open. It's like, man, how's Rice open? It's like, how's he open again? All right, 4th down. Now the cowbells are clanging up there in Starkville. 4th and 2 to go for it. And here's a Wildcat. That's a 1st down from the 25. Ooh, just got tackled at the 22. Otherwise, Lacey would have been gone. Has LSU have we done Wildcat like that with a running back with Barry or Johnson or Durham? Have we run Wildcat? Probably not. They probably Joe Sloan didn't know that was in the rule book. Probably 1st and 10. Quarterback's gonna keep it left side and gets about maybe two yards. So yeah, I don't know if we. I can't recall us trying a play like that. End of the first quarter, 14-7, Ole Miss. But yeah, I don't recall Joe Sloan calling those plays, but I could be mistaken. But they seem to work for everybody else. I know it doesn't work for the Saints anymore with Taysom Hill, but because of Taysom getting old and the line's bad. But when Taysom was in his prime, man, Taysom was good at those plays. Plus, our offensive line was better too in those days. That helps. But yeah, it seems like when other teams run this Wildcat, it works for them. Not for LSU. Oh god. Yeah, offensive line helps, man. I think Mississippi has any chance? Probably not. Ole Miss offense is too good. Not unless they get turnovers. I think Ole Miss's offense is just too good. They've been moving the football with relative ease on their third possession. And there's not been. Can't recall any negative plays so far by Ole Miss. Probably not. What's up, Steve? How you doing, man? Outrunning Aaron's before the Georgia Tech game. Yeah. I don't think you're going to be sweating the game out like you did last year. Last year you were sweating that game out in that eight overtimes. Today I don't think Georgia Tech is going to put up much of a fight like they did last year. I could be wrong. But I just don't see that game being as good as that game last year. There's just no way. Georgia Tech's defense is just bad. I mean they've been bad last 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I mean, they had everything going for them last week. They were at home. They win. They go. They're going to be the ACC championship game, and they lose because they got down by so much. So, yeah, Georgia might blow Georgia Tech out. I just don't. That's just. I mean. I know Georgia's not as strong as they have been, but they're better than Georgia Tech. What are y'all dogs doing? Y'all play nice? When y'all yelping? Y'all play nice out there? Damn kids. All right, second quarter starting. 14-7 Ole Miss. They got the ball. So they got touchdowns on their first 2 drives. Did the Rebels? And this is their third possession, and they're already in Mississippi State territory. All right, so ball's at the 21-yard line, 2nd and 8. Now they're going left to right. Play action. Now that's going to be incomplete. I think it's a little miscommunication there. 3rd and 8. Yeah, why is the Steve would know? Why is this game at the Benz? Why is it not at Bobby Dodd? Well, is that something new that they're doing now? When y'all play Georgia Tech in Atlanta, is it going to be in the Benz? 3rd and 8. I know the Benz has higher capacity, but I know that. But 3rd and 8. We got a false start. But if LSU ever played Tulane again, if he played them in New Orleans, it would have to be in the Superdome. There's no way LSU would play Tulane at Yeoman. So, Tech sells them a game every year. Okay. It's about the money. Okay. It's about the money. 3rd and 13. Kind of makes sense. I mean, there's more people are going to be at the bend than Bobby Dodd. There's a handoff, and it gets up to the 20. Man, Lane was playing conservative there, going for a field goal. 4th down. Well, there's more people. More people can be at the bends than Bobby Dodd. But I think more Georgia fans are going to be at the game than Georgia Tech. So Georgia Tech's not going to get really a home crowd advantage. It's like if LSU played Tulane in the Superdome. Here's a field goal. It's up and it's no good. It's wide left. No good. Yeah, if we ever played Tulane in New Orleans, it had to be in the Superdome. And it'd be the same thing. It'd be more LSU fans there than Tulane. And I think there's be more Georgia fans at the Bends than Georgia Tech. So you kind of, I don't know. So who's making the ACC? Who the hell's making the ACC title game? I'd have to go look. I have to go look at this because Georgia Tech losing kind of screwed things up last week. I think Pitt's had this. Does Miami have a chance? And Pitt, 1st and 10. Taylor he's scrambling around, and now he's gonna get about 2 yards. All that running for about 2 yards. He gets Miami and whoever. Miami's now in the they're in the driver's seat. Now, who the hell's there's a handoff. No, quarterback keeper again. Up to the 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Across midfield, 45. Still going. Out of bounds at the 40-yard line goes Taylor. Man, 1st down, Bulldogs. Was Virginia still leading the ACC? I thought Clark Lee and Vanderbilt inks a new deal. Wow. Clark Lee's going to stay at Vanderbilt? Play action. And the ball tipped up in the air and it's intercepted. Well, what was that? Man, what the hell was that, Mississippi State? Man, I have no idea what just happened there. I mean, the ball got tipped up. Who tipped it first? Oh, it got tipped by the defensive lineman, and then the running back tipped it. That's what happened. Yeah, the defensive lineman tipped it first, and then the running back tipped it up in the air. That's what happened. Wow. Yeah, Mississippi State. If they're gonna win this game, they can't turn the ball over. All right, 1st and 10, Ole Miss at the 38 after the interception. Yeah, I didn't know if Virginia was still leading the ACC. As Chambliss going to throw deep down the field, going to be incomplete. 2nd and 10. That's good that Vanderbilt's they're like. I mean, Vanderbilt's good this year. Yeah, they're not your daddy's Vanderbilt. 2nd and 10 at the 38 for Ole Miss. And it's a play action, and that's another incomplete pass, overthrown. I don't think it wouldn't have gone for much. Be third down. You ran the cowbell today. More cowbell. Cowbells. 3rd and 10. What's going on here? My damn computer screwed up a bit. Some kind of pop-up came up. And then I couldn't see OBS. 3rd and 10. I think it was me when I moved my mouse. I think I hit something. 3rd and 10 at the 38. Chambliss. Look at this. A 2-man rush. Going deep down the field and going to be overthrown. 4th down. That was a 2-man rush. Man. Yeah. Yeah, Vanderbilt was the last 2 years. They were good last year, but this year they've been better. But James Franklin won 9 games at Vanderbilt, back-to-back years, punts away. I thought they were offsides. I guess not. Punts away back at the 10, and it's a fair count. I thought they were offsides. So there is a flag there. A flag down. I thought they were offsides. Yeah, I thought they were offside. The Bulldogs were offsides, but let's see what it is. No, legal form. That was a legal formation against the receiving team. That's what it was. They were moving around on the defensive on the line. I thought they were offside. They call it legal formation. That's the thing. That's a penalty on the defensive line. Okay, I guess so. So, Crows, man. Them Crows. Crowing. What are they doing? So the Bulldogs are going to be starting deep in their own territory. Now you barking at the crow? Like 20 minutes later? Hey! That crow was crowing 20 minutes ago. Yeah, it's kind of warm up a little bit. It was really cool this morning. It's kind of warm. Yeah, it's warmed up a little bit. I don't think I'm gonna need my jacket no more. It was cool by now. This dog inside. Come here, Roo. Yeah, it's definitely warmed up a little. It's definitely warmed up this morning. It's the game started. Need my jacket no more. Yeah, he's a good doggy. The crow crowed 20 minutes ago, and now he's like, oh, I got to bark now. The crow is crowing. It's like, you're a little late, dude. You're a little late on that. All right, it's warm up outside. If Michigan beats Ohio, Michigan has a chance to go to the Big Ten title game if they win. I don't think, man. I don't know. I didn't think they were winning last year, so I'm not going to say anything. I didn't. I thought Ohio State was going to beat Michigan last year, but they didn't. They didn't. So I'm not gonna say anything about that. I just don't. Yeah. I don't. I'm not gonna try to jinx it. But I didn't think Michigan was gonna beat them last year. All right, so it's first and 10 at the 12 for the Bulldogs. It's a handoff, and he only gets all about 2. And now I'll take my jacket off. Now the wind's starting to blow again. It wasn't blowing at all like 5 minutes ago. Ole Miss gets in the playoffs, a 99.9% chance they win. What's the point one they don't get in? Here's a quarterback keeper to 20-25. That's been another first down. You saw that Mississippi has Ole Miss. Still got a flag down. See if that's going to hold. Might be. Nope, it's a holding call against the offense, so no first down. Man. Yeah, oh, yeah, that's a hold. Yeah, that's a hold. Yeah, I mean, I think Georgia beating Alabama. I thought that was going to happen this year, but didn't. All right, we got second and 16 back at the 6. Taylor scrambling, rolls left, and there's another flag down. Another incomplete. This might be another holding call. Wait, offside? Wait, is that right? Offside against the offense? They marked that right? Oh. No, it's holding. Didn't they show offsides at first? How confident am I? Very little. I'll believe it when I see it. Very, very little confidence about Lane going to LSU. Third and 16. So it was a holding call. But I could have sworn the idiot ref put offsides at first. But that's why I was like, what offsides? Get the offense over the middle and up to the 15. Be fourth down. So Mississippi State got a first down, but then they took it away. Now it's fourth down. What are they doing? You got to punt. I like these helmets that the Bulldogs are wearing. The old interlocking MSU. Fourth and 7 punt time. I mean, the refs didn't cheat for the Chiefs. Punts away. Fair catch at the 36-yard line. Yeah, I mean the refs didn't cheat for the Chiefs. And look at Tulane in the first round. If they win the American conference, they'll be in the playoffs against Texas Tech. Tulane. Man. Well, imagine if Tulane gets to the playoffs and actually wins the game. Man. Thanks, Brian Kelly. All right, first and 10 for the Rebels at the 36. There's a handoff as Lacey gets up to the 37-yard line. They can mark it out. Yeah, Tulane has to win the American Conference for them to get into the playoffs. But they're playing Charlotte, I think, tomorrow. They should win that game. Here's a handoff, and they're gonna play North Texas. Probably, yeah. It's gotta be North Texas they'll play. Like third and 6 from the 40. Third and 6 from the 40 here for the Rebs. And it's Chambliss in the shotgun. Gets the snap. And throws. And going to be... That's incomplete. There's no foot down. He ain't get no foot down. Fourth down. Yeah. Let's say. There's no way he got a foot down. Fourth down. Oh, they would play Navy? Wait, is North Texas in the American Conference? Oh, man. Punts away. Are they in the American? Or no, fair catch at the 16-yard line. Oh, they are, okay. But Navy has a better conference record. Yeah, I thought North Texas was in the American. So Tulane would play Navy. Yeah, Tulane. Remember Tulane played Army last year and got demolished against Army. You more track. Yeah, Tulane. I mean, that Army had that quarterback that Tulane couldn't tackle. But yeah, I thought Tulane was going to win that game last year. But then they I thought they were because Mensa is a good quarterback. But he played bad, and the defense played bad last year against Army. Oh, man. Hey. What's going on? What's going on in Nebraska? Nebraska 13-10 over Iowa. But Iowa's about to score. Iowa's about to score. It's crazy how you can push a runner now forward. They used to be called helping a runner. Used to be a penalty. Used to be called helping the runner. But then the Bush push happened when USC beat Notre Dame, and ever since then it's been legal. Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame, Ellis, you don't have a rival like Ole Miss and Mississippi State, Alabama, Auburn, Georgia Tech. We don't have a rival like that. That's a 1st and 10 for Mississippi State at the 14-yard line. And Taylor's going to get... he breaks a tackle. Almost fumbled the football. Gets to the 20 to the 22-yard line. So... I went to the Bush game. I was there. I was in the other end zone where that happened. Second and 2. There's a handoff. It's a first down to the 26-yard line, looks like. But 25. Still a first down. I'm just wondering when that they said Saturday they're going to announce about Lane Kiffin, but I mean, something's got to happen. Something's going to happen tonight. I mean, either he signs the extension or doesn't sign the extension, or I mean, he's got to let Ole Miss know what he's doing because they're going to the playoffs. There's a handoff up to the 30-yard line. Hello, Thailand. But it's just crazy to think that he would leave Ole Miss. That team is going to the playoffs. All right, first and 10 for the Bulldogs. Taylor. Well, they're gonna hand it off up to the 32-yard line. Mississippi State has the ball. Odds are taken down on the betting boards. I mean, he needs to let Ole Miss know, man. That's the right thing to do. Like, he needs to let them tonight. 3rd and 3. Quarterback keeper. And Taylor's going to be tackled for no gain. Now it's punt time. Well, the defenses have kind of settled down a little bit. Looked like this game was going to be a shootout. But the defenses have kind of settled down. Well, I mean, LSU's made the playoffs one time since the playoffs have been instituted. Once. So, there's a fair catch back there. Oh, he bobbles it, but he holds on to it. Man. Wow. Woo-wee. Yeah, so they got a 99.9% chance to make the playoffs with a win. What is the 0.1 for them not to make the playoffs? That's what I would want to know. There's a 0.1 chance if Ole Miss wins and they don't make the playoffs. What's the 0.1? What has to happen in that 0.1%? That's just I would love to. It's got to be an app that shows you the odds of what has to happen for them not to make the playoffs with a win. Yeah, the 0.1 chance that they lose the SEC title game or something like that, or yeah. And if something else happens, I don't know. Yeah, AI knows. Yeah. AI knows. But that's just crazy to me that there's a 0.1 chance that they don't make the playoffs if they win. Because if they win, they have one loss. I mean, how can they not make the playoffs if they're in like the top 10? I just don't know how that works out. But obviously there's a chance. I mean, you would think if you're 11-1. You'd be a lock for the playoffs. I mean, a lock. I mean, there's nothing that can happen that would not, especially if you're in the SEC. How can you not be in the playoffs if you're 11-1? I mean, of course, 0.1% is such a low number. It's probably, 0 anyway, but. Man. Yeah, so I'm kind of glad the defense has kind of settled in this game. That's true. Yeah, you're right. You're right about that. Florida State, there was a little, but that was a 4-team playoff. That wasn't a 12-team. But that was right. That, but they still, that was the 4-team playoff. But because they definitely would have gotten in with a 12-team being undefeated. But yeah, with a 12-team playoff, I just don't see how Ole Miss, how they would not get in if they were 11-1. I mean, how? What kind of chaos has to happen? I mean, is it two? They'll get like 2 G5 teams have to get in the playoffs for that to happen, which is probably not going to happen. 1st and 10 at the 18. And there's a play action by Chambliss. And there's a catch made. That's a very, very little gain, only like a yard. Yeah, that's just like when Jordan Travis got hurt with Florida State. I mean, let's be honest. Florida State wasn't going to win the title without Jordan Travis that year. Here's a catch made, but nice tackle for about 3 or 4 yards. So a 6-year deal for Clark Lee for Vanderbilt. I'm curious to see if Clark if he can win without Pavia. No, if he can win without Pavia, that would really impress me. 3rd and 4. Is it snowing up in Nebraska? Could be. It is snowing. It is snowing up in Lincoln. 3rd and 4, Chambliss throws, open middle, caught over the middle, 1st down, 30, 35, up to the 39. That's a 1st down. 1st and 10, Rebels. Yeah, we'll see if he can win without Pavia. Pavia's he's a really good quarterback for college. I don't know about the NFL. Because he's not ranked very high if you look at the draft boards at the quarterback position. But that doesn't really mean anything. But 1st and 10. Here's another catch made up to the 45-yard line. But the scouts don't think too high of Pavia. I think he's like the 10th or 11th quarterback, I think, last I saw. 2nd and 4. But he could have a good combine and just really fly out the charts. Chambliss gonna scramble and gets get 1st down. Yeah, I think he dove. Yeah, 1st down. He could have a really good combine and just shoot up the charts. Who knows? Boy, it is snowing up there in Lincoln, Nebraska. The last few minutes, it really was kind of flurries. But now when they show a certain camera angle, you can tell it's coming down. All right, 1st and 10 at the 49. Chambliss gonna go deep down the field. Got a guy there, overthrew him. Man, that would have been a touchdown. But there's a flag now. Oh, he's top 10 now. I think last time I saw he was maybe 11. But we got a holding call against the defense. That's me a 1st down for Ole Miss. Maybe that's why the receiver couldn't break away, because he was being held. Oh yeah, he got held. Right, he got held. Yeah, if he hadn't gotten held, it would have been a touchdown. That was actually a really good thrown ball, but receiver got held. Chambliss going to keep it, and he gets about 2. Is Chambliss I think he's out of eligibility. I think he's going to be in the draft. I think. No, Chambliss might. He's nice. Chambliss looking good this year. I don't know if he's draft. I don't know if he's coming out in the draft or not. 2nd and 8. And that ball got. That's incomplete. I think his arm got hit, but well, the other ball's loose. And who has the football? We got some pushing and shoving. Now we got flags down. Man. Now we got a fight going on. No more flags down. Uh-oh. Man. All right, it's a lot to man. This is a rivalry here. Oh, okay, Chambliss is draft eligible. Thought he was. He might. Nope. Chambliss might be one of the top quarterbacks coming out. Man, so we got some flags down because we're gonna somebody. I think somebody's getting ejected because somebody had somebody's helmet and he wouldn't let it go. I think it was Ole Miss that had the helmet. I can't remember though. Can't. I don't know. I mean, is that a fumble or is that an incomplete pass? His hand was going forward, but is that the tuck rule? Like the Brady tuck rule? I think it's a fumble. I think that's a fumble. That should be a fumble in my opinion. But they'll probably say he tucked it like Brady. All right, what's going on here? Because they gotta sort out because there's multiple penalties on this. Yeah, they got to sort out these penalties for these teams. But bad news for these players. They can go to the replay booth and figure out who threw a punch, who didn't throw a punch, and who grabbed the face mask. And so, if it's incomplete, who knows, man? Because is that the Brady Tuck rule? That Brady Tuck rule. Man, that was close to going. But I know that was close to being. So I'm going forward. Yeah, they got people pushing and shoving. Somebody had a face mask. Man. So they did rule a fumble. Should be incomplete. Yeah, somebody's got to be getting ejected. At first, I thought it was incomplete. Off the jump, I thought it was incomplete pass. But who knows, man? They ruled it a fumble. That's the big thing. They ruled it a fumble. All right, so yeah, they're getting the players' numbers written down about who's getting ejected from this game. Man. We got 3:28 to go in the half. They got to figure out who did what. Yes, it was a Ole Miss player had something about a helmet. But I can't tell. I can't make out the number because everybody's like in a crowd. But then somebody threw a punch. An incomplete pass. Okay. After all that, it's an incomplete pass, and they had personal fouls on both teams. Nobody's ejected, so we play on. So nobody's getting ejected, but there is personal fouls on both teams. 2 players for Ole Miss, 1 for Mississippi State, and the pass was incomplete. So now it's 3rd and 8. So y'all are right. Y'all said incomplete pass. And I said, yeah. Man. So 3rd and 8 coming up. Yeah. So 3rd and 8. Injections. There was no injections either. Ejections or 3rd and 8. Chambliss. Going to go deep down the field. Going to be incomplete. Going to be 4th down. Yeah, 4th. No flag. 4th down. When it first happened, I thought it was incomplete. But then when I saw the replay, I'm like, man, was his arm going forward? Or, because it was close. But no, they wrote it a fumble. And then they changed it. Wait. Okay, there was a flag against Ole Miss. And it's going to be 4th and 8. As they decline the penalty. 4th and 8. 3:22 to go in the half. Phew. Now, Ole Miss is going to punt it. Looks like on the 40. I'm surprised with 4th and 8. Punts away. And going to bounce and roll down to the... Wait, you let it go in the end zone for a touchback. They had the guys down there at the 1 yard line. They down it, and he lets it go in the end zone for a touchback. Look, there's 1, 2. There's 2 guys back there. Oh my goodness! 2 guys back there, and neither one of them could down the ball the 1 yard line. Oh man. Yeah, 4th and 8's kind of stretching it a little bit. 4th and 3, I think Lane would have gone for it. And look, they should have had to punt down to the 1 yard line. Taylor back to throw. And wide open to 35, and it's 1st down. I mean, that was a perfect punt. They had the guys down there to down it inside the 5 yard line, and they and didn't down it. So 1st and 10 to 35. There's a handoff up to the 40, 45, midfield, 45, 40, 35, 30, out of bounds at the 25 yard line. 1st down, Mississippi State. Man. Look at that blocking, man. Look at that blocking, man. Look at that blocking. LSU could not block like that against. Well, we did block like that against Southeastern. There's a handoff, and it gets nothing. That's about it. No, but we couldn't block last week. We couldn't block like that against Western Kentucky. Couldn't block worse shit. 2-minute warning. Yeah, watching other teams is refreshing. Watching how they can run block, they can pass block, their play calling. It's like, man, man, how are their play callers so much better? It's like, how are they so much better than ours? Like, man, all right. Oh man. Yeah. Oh maybe their OC has some smarts. They don't run just like Madden plays and NCAA plays. What's like four verticals. What's the other plays are popular on Madden? Y trips. Yeah. Other plays in that to run. Slants. I mean, just. Yeah, I'm not really looking forward till tomorrow afternoon. I think the weather in Norman's going to be pretty nasty. What I thought I read a few days ago. And plus LSU can't score any points. At least Oklahoma's offense isn't really prolific, but they can probably win 17-3. Wait, Utah and Kansas is the last game is a rivalry weekend. Utah and Kansas. Why isn't Kansas State playing Kansas? I thought Kansas and Kansas State played the last game of the year. That doesn't make any sense to me. All right, second down here for Mississippi State at the 22-yard line of Ole Miss. Here's a Taylor going to throw down the sideline towards the end zone, incomplete. 3rd and 10. Yeah, I thought Kansas and Kansas State should be playing the last game of the year. Shouldn't Utah be playing BYU last game of the year? I mean, it's rivalry weekend. Let's play your rivals. 3rd and 10. Taylor. A guy open, but it's going to be incomplete. Man, incomplete around the 12-yard line. Throw wasn't too great. It's now 4th down. Man, the throw just wasn't that great at all. But I mean, it's a little off. Field goal time for Mississippi State. 40-yard field goal here for the left-footed kicker. And it's up, and it is good. Look like the laces were in, though, but it's good. Yeah, I don't know, but the pass wasn't that great, but so it's good. I thought the lace looked like the laces were in, but he makes the field goal anyway, 14-10. Yeah, how can you have Utah and Kansas the last game of this year? That doesn't make any sense to me. All right, so I mean, this Ole Miss offense really came out strong the first quarter, but since then Mississippi State's defense has held. Yes, now it's 14-10. So. Yeah, Georgia's a 15.5-point favorite today over Georgia Tech. There's a kickoff. And going to be a touchback. So first and 10, Ole Miss at the 25-yard line. Yeah, because, next year, and I think next year we're playing Arkansas, which makes a little more sense playing them on the last game of the year. But we don't have a rival. No, we don't play Tulane anymore. Now, if we had played, if Tulane was still in the SEC, it'd be perfect. All right, ball at the 25-yard line. They would play Tulane every year. Chambliss rolls right. Going to throw. Oh, I got knocked down. Incomplete. So, it sucks that Tulane, left the SEC back in the 60s, and then they fell off football-wise because it was kind of pointless to play them every year. But now Tulane's actually been decent the past several years. Second and 10 from the 25. Chambliss going to throw, and that's a first down up to the 38-yard line. 1:32 on the clock. There's a first down, Ole Miss. That was Lee on the catch. So first and 10 for the Rebs. Another catch made, the 41. And I think it was Lee again. Going to be second down coming up. Yeah, Georgia Tech and Tulane left in the 60s. But Vanderbilt stayed. Chambliss going to go deep to the left side. That's a back shoulder caught at the 40-yard line. First down. Vanderbilt stayed in the SEC. They didn't ducktail and run like Georgia Tech and Tulane. So ball to 37. But times were different back then. Another catch made at the 32. Georgia plays Georgia Tech. They still play each other every year. So, if A&M wins, I think it's set in stone. It's Texas A&M, and then they'll play Georgia. If Texas A&M lose, here we go. Here's the scenarios. Oh, Bama has to. Bama has to. I'm sorry, Bama has to lose. I was wrong. So if Bama wins, they play Texas A&M. I thought of Georgia. No, that's right. Bama beat Georgia. What am I thinking of? What the fuck am I thinking? Bama beat Georgia. 2nd and 6. Chandler's going to scramble, and he'll get a first down to the 26-yard line. Yeah, so if Bama wins, they go to the SEC title game against A&M. That's depending upon A&M winning. 1st and 10. Chambliss throws and caught at the 11. First down. That's Lee again. I think A&M would beat Bama. A&M is they're really good this year. So ball at the 11. And quarterback keeper and gets to the 10. What are they doing here? Well, they got timeouts. 2nd and 9 coming up. Iowa's up 24-16 over Nebraska in the snow. Man. Yeah. So 2nd and 9. Ole Miss needs Bama to lose, A&M to lose. Of course, they got to win. Yeah, for some reason I thought Georgia, if they won, they would get in automatic. If A&M wins, they play Georgia. But no, Georgia needs Alabama to lose. 2nd and 9. There's a pass towards the end zone and touchdown. Touchdown. Man, I thought that was a push off with a touchdown Ole Miss. Damn. Oh, he did get a foot. He did get a foot down. That was an outstanding catch. That 1 foot taps, bam, right there. Damn. Yeah. Yeah, Bama has the head because when there's like a 3-minute when there's a 3-way tie. Because when there's a 3-way tie, I thought there was different scenario. I thought there was a different tiebreaker rule than that, but because Georgia would be ranked higher. I know they use common opponents and all that other kind of shit. Extra points good. But they use common opponents and. No, Auburn's in the SEC. Yeah, they use strength of schedule and rankings. That's probably why. That's kind of why I thought, because Georgia is ranked higher than Bama. But 21-10 until Rebels get that 2-minute offense going and get a touchdown before half. Yeah, Bama has. They have one SEC loss. They lost to Oklahoma. So if they lose to Auburn, they would have 2. Yeah, that would lead, yeah. If Bama loses to Auburn, Georgia would be in over Ole Miss because of their ranked higher. I would imagine that's the way. That's why they would do it. Why they would do it. But Georgia and Ole Miss would have. But they played, didn't they? Did they play? Yeah, yeah, they played. Yeah, Georgia and Ole Miss played. That's right. Georgia and Ole Miss played each other. All right, we got halftime. 21-10 Rebels. Mississippi State will receive the second half kickoff. Yeah, I don't think Texas A&M is going to lose to Texas, but we'll see. Yeah, so Lane Kiffin, man. Man. Under the Saints. The Saints play the Dolphins. Yeah, Saints play the Dolphins. Yeah. Yeah, doing the Saints game. I'm still doing the Saints game. Takalo. Yeah, they suck, but still doing the Saints. I'm gonna ride with them till whenever. I gotta start doing some the Pelican games again, but I couldn't do Wednesday because I was getting ready for Thanksgiving. But yeah, I gotta watch the Pelicans and just make myself more upset about sports in Louisiana. And the Cowboys. Yeah, the Chiefs couldn't get the refs. You know. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Happy Thanksgiving. Be right back. All right, I'm back. I'm back. What's up? All right. So, he's not going to Florida. Supposedly, that's what they say. That's what they say. He's not going to Florida. But let's see. Man. So he said he's not going to Florida. So we'll see if he goes to LSU. Like I said, I mean, I don't know. I'll believe it when I see it. I don't believe all those posters on Tiger Rant saying, it's a done deal and they gave him a verbal. A verbal don't mean shit, man. So now we're, I mean, what verbal, the verbal commits you get for high school players don't mean squat. So just because you get a verbal from Lane Kiffin doesn't mean squat until he signs the freaking paperwork. So it works both ways, man. I'm just talking out in general. Randall. But that's why I never really believed all that shit about on Tiger Rant about Philly Tiger and he was at Philly Tiger was adamant this morning about Lane Kiffin. He says it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Okay, man. We'll see. No, he ain't signed nothing. So. Yeah, I know. I saw the news about Florida and Lane Kiffin. Supposedly he's not. Supposedly he's out now. He's out. So, whatever that means, that means they either means he's staying at Ole Miss or he's going to LSU. One or the other. That's why Florida says no. So, yeah. Then what? Yeah. Then what? You're putting all your eggs in one basket. They're up Schitt's Creek if Lane doesn't come here. You're up Schitt's Creek. Because Clark Lee signed an extension. I know nobody wanted Drinkowitz. I didn't want Drinkowitz either, but he signed an extension, so he's out. Signetti signed an extension with Indiana. He's out. So your options are very limited if Lane says no. So I mean, nobody wanted Drinkowitz, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying he's out. No, he's out. So he's not an option. But I don't think very many people want to Drinkowitz. I mean, I don't think he's a bad coach. I don't think Drinkowitz is a bad coach. I don't think he's as bad as some people think he is. But I don't want him. But I think he's fine for Missouri. But Summerall is an option. John Gruden. People will be talking about John Gruden being a coach like 10 years after Gruden dies. People will be talking about, hey man, let's get John Gruden. But yeah, I think Drinkowitz winning 8, 9, 10 games a year at Missouri, it would be more. They'll be happy with that over there. They'll be happy with that. So, and he probably will never be in danger of getting fired at Missouri as long as he wins, 8, 9 games a year. Some coaches, when that look at like Stoops in Kentucky. Stoops would have been fired 10 years ago, but he's at Kentucky winning 6 games a year, and they're okay with that. So they're okay with that. So he's But I think they're Kentucky's finally realizing that Stoops isn't really a good coach at all. But he survived. He survived way too long at Kentucky, being a very poor coach. But yeah, I mean, yes, LSU fan. Yeah, we don't win 9 games. Yeah, we don't win 9 games. We won 8 games last year, and we're going to win 7 this year. Yeah, so. They talking about Stoops. Yeah, Stoops should have been fired a few years ago, but if they beat Louisville tomorrow, they'll win 6 games, and then they'll go to a bowl. Yes, Stoops has been there. Stoops has been there forever. What's next year? Win 6 games? All depends who's coming to coach here. If Lane Kiffin is coming, I think we'll get some offensive players in the transfer portal. I think that'll kind of change some things if we get Kiffin, because we'll be able to get some players in the transfer portal. And we'll have a good quarterback play with Kiffin. Gruden emails didn't hurt my feelings. NFL kind of railroaded him. So. Yeah, because Kiffin would definitely pull a quarterback out of the transfer portal. So, yeah, I'm thinking about going to the Southeastern game tomorrow and say fuck LSU. The Southeastern's playing in the playoffs for 1AA. Think about maybe going to. Nobody. The next Saban, man. People need to stop with that analogy, man. The next Saban. What? He's gonna win 6. He's gonna win 7 national championships. That's what Saban won. Saban won 6 at Alabama and 1 at LSU. He's won 7 national titles. Ain't no coach doing that. Ain't no coach doing that. People need to stop with that now. Oh, he's the next Nick Saban. No, he's not. Well, the Southeastern plays at 12 o'clock tomorrow. They play Illinois State at the Patch, Strawberry Patch Stadium. At the Patch. Tickets are low as $47. What? Holy shit, these tickets are like $50. Well, there's only 35. So there's only 35 seats left on Vivid Seats. That's no wonder why. So $50 to go watch Southeastern. Well, I'm not gonna pay that. $50. Well, I guess it's better that they are in the playoffs. Yeah, Saban's won 7 national championships. People need to stop saying, "Oh, people this comparison." Lane Kiffin's the next Nick Saban. No, he's not. We need to stop that shit. No, he's not. He's not winning 7 national titles. Stop. Man. Look at all these bots, man. Bots. Oh, we got kickoff time. There to kick off. As the third quarter is underway, that's going to be a touchback. So 1st and 10, Bulldogs at the 25. yard line. Yeah, Mississippi State wins. They'll be bowl eligible. And with with the amount of bowl games and stuff, 5 and 7 can still get you in, depending upon certain situations. But teams at 5 and 7 have made the bowls before. 1st and 10. Quarterback keeper, and Taylor will get about 2 yards. Going to be 2nd down and 8. Florida shifts focus from Lane Kiffin. So that just says that I think Lane has made a decision. What's up, Bow Down? All these none of these coaches are worth that kind of money unless you're Nick Saban. 2nd and 8. There's a handoff up to the 30, maybe Ryan Day, Nick Saban, and Kirby Smart are worth that kind of. They're worth that kind of money. They're worth that kind of money. I mean, Kirby's won 2 titles. Day's might win another one. Saban won 7. Yeah, they're worth that money, but there's not many coaches worth $100 million. 3rd and 4. Taylor throws a 1st down to 45 or 46. Yeah, I don't think it's going to stop, though, but I agree with you. These coaching salaries have gotten way out of hand. I mean, there's some NFL coaches that don't get this kind of money. I mean, unless you're Andy Reid. Andy Reid gets a shitload of money. There's a handoff across midfield to the 48-yard line, but Andy Reid's won title, so. So 2nd and 3 coming up. 2nd and 3 coming up here for the Bulldogs at the 48. This Egg Bowl, this game on Facebook or something? Because it says Egg Bowl Facebook. Must be on Facebook. Here's a little dump off. And gets only about 2 yards. Be 3rd and 1. Yeah, that's good. Facebook is sponsoring the Egg Bowl. 3rd and 1. Third and 1 from the 46. Here's a handoff. Has a 1st down at the middle of the 40 up to the 30. Look, they went right up the middle in shotgun up the AB gap. LSU can't do that, man. Look at that hole. We could never roll. It's crazy to watch other teams block and how much better they are at it. Taylor gonna get people. Tucks in a run, gets about 2 yards. Jeez. Yeah, the women's team and the men's team, they're playing pretty much nobodies in non-conference, which is kind of, it's like, all right, wake me up when they start playing conference games. But I think the men play Texas Tech coming up. Yeah, the women played nobody in non-conference. They beat teams up to like 70 points. Here's a pass out to the left. That's a 1st down to the 30, up to the 25-yard line. I mean, the women are playing Southeastern, and who else? Was Southeastern? They beat like 70 points or 80 points. It's like, man. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. There's a handoff up to about the 22-yard line. So 2nd and 8, but at least the men are winning these games by like 20 points. There's a handoff. Make the tackle. Gets up to about the 18-yard line. So 91 points, yeah. 91. That's just sad, man. That's just sad beating another basketball team by. I know it's women's basketball, but 91 points is still 91 points. 3rd and 3. Third and 3. And back to throw. Taylor throws and going to be incomplete. Man, they're not. They're just 4th down. Man, they've had chances to, but they're not going to beat Ole Miss with field goals. 4th and 3. They're not going to beat Ole Miss. They're not going to beat Ole Miss with field goals. And they are going field goal here. Yeah, they're struggling in the red zone. What's up, Emo Cat? Get down, dogs! And the field goal's up and good. Man, sorry, the dog was scratching at the door. And they had snapped the ball. But the field goal is good. It's now 21-13. Let me go let the damn dogs out again. Get down. Get down. Back up. The door. Scratch at the door. Yeah, y'all go outside, beat dogs. Yeah, struggling in the red zone. That sounds very familiar. There's 2 teams that I follow that can't score in the red zone. Yeah, that sounds very familiar. Man. Oh, come on. The Bulldogs they're going to need a defensive score. They're going to need a defensive score. Where did I get Rue? From the streets. Somebody, a friend of my daughter found him, and he was on the street, and so they want to know somebody wanted the dog. So I told my daughter, I said, well, no, go get him, and if go get him, bring him over. So it's like, okay. So that's how we got Rue. Yeah, Rue was from the streets. So I guess you can say technically he was a rescue dog. Because he was a rescue dog, but he wasn't from the pound. But he was from the streets. He's a good dog. He's over a year old now, so we've been trusting him last few times, being by himself in the house. And he's done well. Hasn't torn nothing up. So I think he's earning some trust about staying by himself. So yeah, State was moving the ball at will, man. But yeah, and then they in the red zone. So they got inside the red zone. The 122nd Egg Bowl. Oh, they're going to show the dog piss celebration, huh? I remember that. I think the Saints are playing the Falcons that night, on that Thanksgiving night, when that happened. And that little dog piss celebration. And it cost Ole Miss 15 yards, and they missed the extra point. Yeah, some dogs do tear things up. I've had one before did that, and she only did it once though. She only did it once because she slept outside that night. My ex-wife and I made her sleep outside, and Noelle learned her lesson about that. She put a hole in the couch when we went out one night. You come home, there's a hole in the couch, and we both were pissed. And we better sleep outside. There's a handoff up to the 30, up to the 35, up to the close to the 40-yard line. And Noelle never did it again. She never did anything like that again by when she was home by herself. I think she learned her lesson when she was outside that night. There's a handoff and gets about nothing. Oh, Chase G. Yeah, I saw that. Chase GPT. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Chat GPT is yeah. They can write a novel for you if you need one for your book report. 2nd and 10 for Ole Miss. Chambliss gonna go deep down the field and off the hands, incomplete. Man, I thought that was gonna fall in Wallace's hand, incomplete. There's a flag down there. Flag, of course, flag. Oh, it's a holding call against Mississippi State. So first down. Yeah. The Natty. Ohio State. I say Ohio State. I think they got the best defense. All right, the ball at midfield. Chambliss gonna scramble around and dive to get about 2 or 3 yards. Waiting for a flag. So 2nd and 8 coming up. Second and 8. There's a handoff up to the 45-yard line, looks like. With the flag, another flag down. We get a personal foul, hands in the face against the defense. Supposed to be a first down. So hands in the face against the defense. So first down, Ole Miss. Notre Dame. I don't. We'll see. Anything can happen. But I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be Ohio State again. Their defense is just really good. But look, it's the playoffs, man. Anything can happen. It's the playoffs. You just got to get in. So, you just got to get in, and get hot. There's a handoff up to 20. Hey, I mean nobody really thought Ohio State was when Ohio State lost to Michigan last year. And nobody really thought highly of Ohio State, and they got hot in the playoffs. They destroyed everybody they played. It was Tennessee, then they beat Oregon. I mean, the Buckeyes got hot at the right time. So that's all it takes is to get hot. 2nd and 8. There's a handoff up to the 26-yard line. Yeah, I mean Ohio State they beat the shit out of everybody they played, but the game against Notre Dame was closer than any other game that they played in the playoffs last year. But they we got a player down. for Bulldogs. But yeah, I don't think Michigan's winning tomorrow. But I also didn't think Michigan was going to win last year. Especially the game was in Columbus last year. I didn't think Michigan was going to beat them last year, and they did. So I don't know, man. I don't think these coaches are going to take a half-price deal, man. Not with these salaries now. But I understand what you're saying. 3rd and 6. But I don't know. LSU poached a Tulane coach. I don't know. That's never happened. Chambliss. And incomplete. It's a slant incomplete. 4th down. But I mean, Tulane's really never had a coach that LSU really wanted. Maybe Mac Brown, but when Mac Brown was there at Tulane, Archer hadn't fallen off a cliff yet. But Mac Brown would probably been the only coach that would have been worth taking from Tulane. So 43-yard field goal here for the Rebs. Snap. Kick up, and this one looks like it's going to sneak in, and it does. 24-13, Ole Miss with 6:43 to go in the 3rd. So, yeah, Baker's unproven. What's up, Brian? Yeah, he's too unproven, man. I don't think that's something they should do. Everybody was crying for Aranda. And Aranda's been, he hasn't been great, but everybody was crying for Aranda when Ogeron got fired. Some people thought that Aranda was the next Saban. We remember talking earlier about the bullshit about quit saying that shit. But because some people thought that Aranda was the next Nick Saban. They were so scared that he was going to go to Bama, and just because he was a good defensive coordinator. Mike Archer was a good defensive coordinator. He didn't turn out. He sucked at LSU. But you're right. LSU needs a coach that can match up X's and O's wise. You're right. What's up, sir? UGA. Yeah, Aranda definitely hasn't been what some LSU fans thought he was going to be at Baylor. But he did win that Sugar Bowl that one year. Looked like he was ascending, but he's kind of leveled out at Baylor. Yeah, I don't want Ogeron. That ship is sailed. He had his chance, and then and after they won the national title game, COVID happened, which was a bad year for everybody, and then they didn't even care. Hold on a second. Let me put the dogs back inside. Yeah, y'all come inside. Bark at the wind. But go inside. Yeah, COVID was just screwed things up for that team. And then Miles Brennan getting twice hurt. Miles Brennan was a better quarterback than Max Johnson. So UGA is about to steal Sea Dog and Rec Talk souls. Yeah, I don't think this game is going to go to 8 overtimes today. Up in the bins. You going to the bins today? Yeah, TJ Finley. Yeah, I remember that. Are you going to the bins, sir? UGA. You going to the game today? You're gonna be up in the bins. Here's a kickoff. It's fair catch. So Alright. Oh yeah, and nope. Dinner at the in-laws. Oh, I did that yesterday. I did that yesterday. You know, both my parents are in heaven, so unfortunately I'm unable to spend time with them, but anyway. Play action. As Taylor gonna get sacked. Yeah. Tide is turning in this game. Was that Deshaun Womack? I think it was Deshaun Womack with the sack. That's the ex-Tiger. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. Yo, that game last year between Georgia and Georgia Tech was entertaining. There's a handoff up to the 28-yard line. I didn't want that game to end. I know Sir UGA didn't like it. Well, I'm sure he liked her. He liked the result of the game. He just didn't like the process. Like Saban would say, you know, you're happy about the result, okay, but the process getting to the result, I didn't like. That's what Saban would say. Ball at the 29-yard line. Taylor going to tuck it and run and gets up to the first down to the 35 to the 38-yard line. So, oh, you were at the Harris in that overtime game last year. Yeah, that was a fun game. That was really a fun game to watch because me and Grant was here. Tech with a fumble, and you got to fall on it. And what are you doing? I think the Bulldog finally fell on it, but very awkwardly. Man. Yeah, it turns out Kiffin thinks Florida sucks as well. He does, right? What are the odds of LSU landing Kiffin? I mean, if you listen to Tiger Rant, it's like done deal. I mean, who's a Philly Tiger? He's been saying Kiffin to LSU for about 3 weeks now. Whoever the hell that guy is. 2nd and 17. There's a catch made to the 40. You got to bounce, dude. Yeah, we're following the ball. I mean, if you talk to the Tiger Rant experts on Tiger Rant, they all say it's a done deal, 100%. It's a lock, stock, and barrel. Nothing's a done deal. 3rd and 10, and they're gonna pressure Moles right, and just gonna throw it away. 4th down. Yeah. Getting cold feet. How does he know he's getting cold feet? Who told him that? Who told him that? That's what I don't understand. Like where are these sources coming from? Like, oh, it's a done deal. He gave a verbal commitment last week. Okay, how do you know that? Punt time. Punts away. Been there. Oh, he's getting cold feet. How you know he's getting cold feet? Who told you that? Oh, I can't tell you that. Man. I take what all these freaking people say with a grain of salt, man. I believe very little of what they say until something happens. I believe very little. I believe very little about what people say about Cole. Yeah, he's getting cold feet with $98 million. Okay, and I'm sure he has a. I'm sure he had. I mean, man, fuck, man. No, he's not, man. He might be wondering, I mean, he's not. Oh, fuck, whatever. I'm gonna keep seeing Green to make it higher. Yeah, I mean, just people say like, okay, sources. My source said that he's getting cold feet. Okay. Like there was a trying to figure who it was when Tiger ran. When Brian Kelly got fired. Oh, they're gonna offer Saban. He might take her, he might not take it. I said, oh wait, wait, is that a source? I mean, of course they're gonna offer Saban. Why wouldn't they let you offer Saban? And yeah, he might take it, and he might not take it. Okay, well, how is that? How is that any kind of reporting when you say a coach might take a job and he might not take a job? Oh, okay, I'm playing both sides of the field there, man. What's up, Jared? How you doing? Happy Thanksgiving to you. Man, damn. Yeah, he could decline the job. Yeah. What's up, Jared? How you doing, man? That's right. My sources say Chucky win 10 games. Yeah. So 10 national championships. That's right. That's right. Your source. So who's your source? I don't know. But that's just. I'll laugh. Saban's not coming back, man. So quit, man. Quit. I mean, if Saban was 64 years old, then yeah, I can see him coaching again. If he had retired, whatnot. But he guy's 74 years old, man. He's not coaching again. LSU's going to offer him the job. He might take it. He might not take it. All depends on Miss Terry. Miss Terry. So crazy weather, dude. Well, the Jayhawks are playing their rival Utah on rivalry weekend. Kansas and Utah are playing. How, man? Why is Kansas not playing Kansas State today? Why is Utah not playing BYU? I thought this was rivalry weekend, where you play your rival. BYU, Utah, they're the same state. Kansas State, Kansas, same state. How can they not be? How can they not play your in-state rival? I mean, I don't get that, man. Well, there's Kirby. All right, 1st and 10. I got an alternative, universe here in a minute. 1st and 10 for the Rebels. As Chambliss going to go deep down the field and incomplete, man, a little underthrown. But yeah. It's not. Yeah, Utah is not Kansas rival. I don't know why they're playing on rivalry weekend, Jared. That makes no sense. Utah should be playing BYU, and Kansas should be playing Kansas State today. But talk about Kirby Smart. Kirby got hired in 2016 at Georgia. What if we had fired Les Miles when we were supposed to fire him after that Texas A&M game? What if we get Kirby Smart? I always wanted that. All right, 1st and 10 to the 33. There's a handoff up to the 35, to the 40, up to the 47-yard line. I've always wanted that. Like, what if we had... there's a flag. Of course, there's a flag down. What if we had fired Les when we should have fired him? after that 2015. Not bringing him back for 2016. We got a holding against the offense. And then what if we get Kirby? What if we beat Georgia to the punch and we get Kirby in 2016? I mean, I know Kirby played at Georgia, but he did coach at LSU. Kirby did coach here for 1 year. So, I always wondered that. Like, man, what if? But I think they were too gun-ho on Jimbo Fisher. It wouldn't have mattered. 1st and 15. I don't think they were looking at here's a handoff up to the quarterback keeper. Only gets a yard. Yeah, I don't think how the hell is Coach O 2-0 against Kirby Smart? Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow. I mean, why was Curly Hallman so good at Southern Miss? Brett Favre. Shameless throws. Catch me to the 35 up to the 38-yard line. Yeah, Ole Miss Mississippi State's the right matchup because it's a in-state rival. They've always played, this last game of the year. But man, I was beating the shit out of Nebraska. Is it snowing still up there in Lincoln? 3rd and 5 coming up for 35 for the Rebels. Jambless. And it's a catch made across the 45 to the 49. First down. What's up, Brian? LSU's not a very smart. Oh, you heard me talking about Kirby Smart? I've always wondered that. Like, if we had fired less than we should have done. And, but we were too gun-ho on Jimbo in after that year. I don't think they would have hired Kirby, but Chambliss. Catch made the 45. Man, people are wide open. Up to the 43-yard line. Gonna be 2nd down coming up. I just think about that. So I'm like, man, what if we had gone after Kirby? I mean, Kirby still might have picked Georgia because that's his alma mater, but I don't think he was on our radar. There's a handoff up to the 40, up to the 35-yard line. So, LSU had a chance to hire Spurrier way back in the late 80s, and they didn't do that. They hired Archer. They promoted Mike Archer. That's what some of y'all want to do with Blake Baker. Here's a handoff up to the 35, up to the 30-yard line. So, it didn't work. Archer had like 2 years that were good, but that was because he had Tommy Hodson at quarterback. 2nd and 5. He had some good defensive players that Arnsparger had recruited. But once they ran out, in the 3rd quarter. Yeah, you gotta have a culture fit. And Nebraska's been terrible, man. As for since since they fired not Pelini, Solich. They fired Solich. It just blows my mind, man, how Nebraska, if you're old enough to remember when Nebraska was good, really good, it just blows my mind how bad they are. Just blows my mind how bad Nebraska is in football. When they were so dominant in the 70s, in the 80s, in the 90s, and they were so dominant. It's just like, man, it's like, Osborne had them rolling. So, just blows my mind. That's one team we gotta play. Didn't Bowden go Boutwell? I guess they could have still tried to hire Bowden after that. We don't know what would have happened with Bo Ryan. Bo Ryan died in a plane crash, so when that was 1980. But at the time, they said that Bo Ryan was an up and coming coach. So that's the what if for LSU. Is what if Bo Ryan doesn't die in that plane crash? He could have turned out to be a dud. Yeah, could have, but so. Yeah, maybe right about that. What if Michael Ford doesn't step out of bounds in that 9-6 game? So, but get in a coach like Lane Kiffin, an offensive minded coach like he is. Should have did it before they. Should have did it when they instead of getting Brian Kelly. But Woodward wasn't gonna sign a coach like that. So about Devaney's before my time, but Nebraska was good in the 70s and the 80s with Osborne, the 90s. All right, we got the fourth quarter. The Rebels have it at the 29-yard line of Mississippi State. So shotgun formation for Chambliss. And there's a pass and catch made at the 23. It's a first down. That was Lee with the catch. I turned the Nebraska game on. Put the Utah game on. That game's a little bit closer. There's a handoff up to the 23-yard line. No gain. So Osborne. Yeah, LSU was. They were 0-3 against Osborne in bowl games. They lost that Orange Bowl in the early 80s. And then them 2 Sugar Bowls when Nebraska just kicked our ass. I remember the second one when Hodgson was the quarterback. As Chambliss throws and incomplete. I remember that one when the second that was the 80. That was 86. That was the 86 year. I remember that Sugar Bowl when Nebraska just beat the shit out of us because they were much bigger than LSU. We couldn't match up with them. Not in those days. 3rd and 10 from the 23-yard line for Ole Miss. As Chambliss throws right side towards the end zone. He catches the pass. Did he get a foot in? Touchdown. Was that Lee? I'm sorry, that was Stribling. That was Stribling, excuse me. That was Stribling to score. Touchdown. Man, look at that ball, man. Look at that ball, man. Look at that perfectly thrown football and that 1 foot in bounds. I mean, you can't, man. This is coaching, man. This is all coaching of how good Ole Miss is on how they are on offense. It's coaching and talent too, and talent. I mean, you got to be talented to make those kind of plays. But that's coaching, man. That's coaching, and that's something else you don't have, man. Extra point's good. 31-13. I mean, perfect throw football. I mean, you can't throw a ball better than that. And this was a Division II quarterback. Man, they got this kind of talent in Division II. They got this kind of talent in Division II. And maybe you should look at you should go look at Division II and some of these quarterbacks in the transfer portal. Man, that was just a really good thrown football. A nice catch by the receiver to get 1 foot in. I mean, you can't do better than that. I mean, shit. Call it like it is. Yeah. But yeah, the players are the players are playing for Lane Kiffin. So it just tells you a lot about him. Regardless of the outside noise that's going on, they're still playing for this dude. So it tells me a lot about his character. That's right. Flacco was at Delaware. Remember that? I remember Joe Flacco at Delaware. Sometimes some guys get missed, and they don't go to a Division I like maybe they should have been in Division I. I mean, Trinidad Chambliss has proven that he's a Division I quarterback this year. So, oh yeah, the LSU players quit on Brian Kelly. They quit. I mean, and all these rumors are coming out after he gets fired about how he wasn't like really engaged with the team, with practices and recruits and all this. I'm like, well, why is this coming out now? Why wasn't this coming out when he was a coach? Was everybody afraid to say something bad about him when he was a coach because you're gonna get your press creds pulled? I mean, somebody should have called him out for his lack of, being really hands-on the football team. I mean, Saban would never take a day off, man. Lane Kiffin looks like a guy he doesn't take a day off. But Brian Kelly took days off. Yeah, didn't I think Tony Romo went to a small school in college. Right? I think was it Tony Romo? Went to a small school. Yeah, Saban never took a day off, man. That's why Saban won 7 national championships. One of the reasons why he won 7 national championships. But I mean, Sean Payton doesn't take days off, man. There's a kickoff. Sean Payton. You think Andy Reid takes days off? I mean, Jimmy Johnson back in the day, even though I hated the Cowboys, Jimmy never took no days off. Yeah, Roman went to Eastern Illinois. Kiffin takes days off. You think he goes golfing? I don't think he takes days off like Brian Kelly. I mean, there was rumors that Brian Kelly went to the Caribbean during the bye week this year. I don't know if that's true or not, but that was just a rumor. All right, 1st and 10 for Mississippi State. Taylor throws. We're caught at the 30 up to the 35. First down. But that was a rumor about Brian Kelly that he went to the Caribbean during the bye week this year. I think it was between Ole Miss and South Carolina had a bye week. So play action. Taylor rolls left and gets sacked. So man. Look, Mississippi State they've had some chances early in this game to score touchdowns and keep this game close, but the cream is rising to the top. There's that's a throw out to the left. First down to the 41 to Williams. I mean, 3rd down for the Bulldogs. Yeah, they definitely need to get a score here and hope for some kind of turnover real quick. 3rd and 6. Now we got a whistle. Oh, we got to stop. Are we reviewing this? Oh, yep, got to review this. Why don't we do the NFL? Look, college football wants to be the NFL so badly with the 2-minute warning. Why don't we just give these coaches challenge flags like they do in the NFL and stop these pointless reviews? Just give them challenge flags. You have 2 challenge flags to throw in a game. Then you have a booth review inside 2 minutes. Why don't they just do that? I don't understand why they just slow games down. The play would probably get challenged anyway by a coach's flag, but anyway. Rant over. I just think every play being reviewable is just pointless in sports. It slows the game down. So okay. The call is upheld. It's a catch. So okay, Texas tonight, man, against Texas A&M. A&M is a 2.5-point favorite on the road. 3rd and 6 coming up from the 40. As Taylor scrambles, gets the first down, to the 50-yard line. Nice hit there. Man, swarm tackling. But it's a 1st and 10. Man, remember when we played Ole Miss earlier in the year? And the knock was, Ole Miss doesn't play defense, man. Their defense sucks. Moscona said LSU was going to blow Ole Miss out because their run defense sucked. Taylor going to go deep down the field towards the end zone. Oh, nice pass breakup. Incomplete. Man, nice pass breakup. So, well, Matt Moscona said that Ole Miss was going to blow up. LSU was going to blow Ole Miss out because Ole Miss defense sucked. And a dump off to the 45. That's a first down to the 40, up to the 34-yard line. Your first down for the Bulldogs. But, yeah, so the sun's starting to peek through a little bit. Yeah, it doesn't look like they suck, huh, does it, Matt Moscona? But no, Matt Moscona also says Alabama's burning. So here's a handoff, and it's gonna go nowhere. You know, guess what? That's another thing Moscona. You know, 2 years ago when Saban retired, you know, Moscona went on a rampage YouTube rant about how Alabama's burning. Taylor rolls right, and we still haven't beaten them. There's a throw towards the back of the end zone, incomplete, and we still haven't beaten Alabama ever since Matt Moscona has said Bama is burning. We still haven't beaten them. Oh, tomorrow's gonna be bad. We're taking bets on the total yards in the game. What's up, Pat? How you doing? Yeah, I did have a good Thanksgiving. You know. And so there's a sack. Well, I don't know when he gets out of it. Gets to the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. I think he's in the end zone before he fumbled the football. I think he's in before he fumbled the football. Man. That's up, yeah. Yeah, you have no faith in Martin Van Buren throwing the football. Yeah, we got the over under in the yards tomorrow at like 180 total yards. Total yards. And so I don't know. I'm kind of torn on 180. I don't know. We might be under that. Go Kelly! Oh yeah, here come the Cowboy fans. All like, oh, who are the Cowboys? Who are the Cowboys? You know that you're just giving y'all hope, right? Jerry just giving y'all hope, and every year, man, Jerry gives y'all hope, and y'all think this is the year, man. This is the year for Dallas, man. This is the year. 2 point. They're gonna go for 2. Rolls right. Says Taylor, and got to do something, and he does nothing. I think he was out of bounds. You know I like giving you shit about being a Cowboy fan, right? You know I'm just giving you shit, right? I have to, man. I have to give Cowboy fans shit. And why not? Why is the sun over there now, man? Shit, how's the sun coming through? It's like 2 o'clock. Yeah, y'all did beat the Swifties. So y'all did beat the Swift. Yeah, I was kind of torn yesterday because Dallas is playing Kansas City, and I didn't know who to root for. I didn't think a nuclear bomb would be right would be right to hope for. I don't think would have been right to do. But you know, I really don't like Kansas City, and I don't like Dallas. But seeing the Chiefs not make the playoffs might be hilarious. So if that loss helps the KC not making the playoffs, then that'd be funny. So yeah, the days are getting shorter. I know, crazy weather, dude. They're getting shorter. But yeah, I was torn today. I'm like, man, who am I pulling for? Dallas or Kansas City? I mean, I don't know. I don't like either one of them. But But now the more I think about it, the Chiefs missing the playoffs would be hilarious. Because it doesn't matter if Dallas goes to the playoffs because they'll just choke in the playoffs like they always have been choking. Ever since they fired Jimmy Johnson, they've been trying to find their next coach, and they haven't been able to find one yet. So that's probably right. It's probably the right thing to do is have KC not make the playoffs. Because look, if the Chiefs make the playoffs, they can win the playoffs. They can win. I mean, they've done it before. I mean, they did it a few years ago. They had road playoff games. Patty Boy just found a way to win, man. But if Dallas goes to the playoffs, they'll choke like they've been choking for over 30 years. That's what they do best. They just choke in the playoffs. That's what you get for firing Jimmy Johnson, Pat. Why'd you fire Jimmy Johnson? I mean, my God, man, what kind of owner fires Jimmy Johnson after he wins back-to-back Super Bowls? Oh, Jimmy, we don't need you. I got my buddy Barry on speed dial. Here's a kickoff return to the 10, 15, to the 20, 25, up to the 30-yard line. Yeah. I fired Jimmy. Now, I don't know why they fired Jimmy Johnson. We got coming back. We got to hold. Got to hold. Yeah, you did, man. You do got pulled, Pat. Just wonder why you fired Jimmy Johnson, man. I mean, because man. I mean, look at the team that they had when he got fired. They still had Aikman and Emmitt Smith and Michael Irvin. I mean, and they were still in their prime. There's a handoff up to the 12-yard line. That's crazy. They were still in their prime, man. I mean, it's still and you had Jimmy Johnson. I mean, he could have been like the next. He could have won. Probably 4 or 5 Super Bowls with that roster. Then you had Primetime coming there. Then that he had Primetime on that team. Well, he was on the pass out to the left side and caught at the 40, 45, 50, 45, 40. He might go 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Man. Yeah, Deion came the next year. I think after they fired him. That was Deuce Alexander with the touchdown. I mean, Jimmy was a great coach, man, and that Dallas roster was loaded with talent. But Jerry said, "I got my boy Barry on speed dial. I'm calling Barry Switzer up. We're getting the band back together. We're getting the band back together with Barry Switzer." That fucking yes man. Extra points up and good. I never thought Barry Switzer was a yes man. I always thought Barry Switzer was an alpha. But man, well, I was surprised that Barry was much of a beta than he was. So, oh yeah, that offensive line that Dallas had back in the day, man, shit. Anybody could have run through that line. We all could have run through that line. You know how wide those holes were? We could have ran through that line. That's how good that line was. Man, Lane looks like he's really happy, man. So, so kickoff time is 38-19. And the sun, man, the sun is sun. Yeah, the way the Earth is turning, the sun is setting at different spots like every day. Touchback. Yeah. FSU and Bama fans are going at it. Why not? Who's winning the Heisman? Mendoza, saying who's winning the Heisman this year? It's a really good question. There hasn't been really a dominant player, like somebody that's like really taking the bull by the horns and running away with it. I mean, I don't think there's one this year that's really outplaying somebody else. Oh no. I mean, when Joe Burrow won it for LSU, he was the best player. When Devontae Smith won it for Alabama that next year, he was the best player. Taylor back to throw 1 2nd and 8. Dumps that's a lateral, huh? Picks it up and runs to the 30-yard line. Be third down. When Jaden Daniels won it, he was the best player that year in college football. Yeah, LSU lost 3 games, but he was the best player. So 3rd and 5 coming up. We haven't really had a dominant player this year. That's really head and shoulders better than anybody else. Taylor. All day to throw. And now rolling, he can run for the first down. He does to the 40 out of bounds. So 1st and 10, Mississippi State. Aaron Rodgers is going to play against the Bills this week. Man, right, yeah, didn't he break his leg? Is it what left hand he broke? Like that. C.J. Stroud's going to start. Why didn't they just win that game without him the other day, last week? 1st and 10. And here's a catch made to 47, up to the 48-yard line. Going to be 2nd down coming up here for Mississippi State. Yeah, there's always a with Jimmy Sexton, you never know. Jimmy Sexton's always looking out for Jimmy Sexton. 2nd and 1. Taylor, and incomplete. Yeah, you never know with Jimmy Sexton, man. That's why I say I'm not going to believe it until it's like signed, sealed, and delivered. I mean, verbal commit. What does a verbal mean? It means nothing. Like verbal commitments don't mean shit for these college players. Wait, we got to commit today from a 5-star running back out of New Orleans. Oh, okay. He signed now. Well, then he's not committed. 3rd and 1. And they're gonna throw it, and they're gonna go deep down the field, and that's going to be incomplete. Yeah, it would be nice to see a running back win the Heisman. When's the last running back to win the Heisman? Was it Reggie Bush? I'm trying to remember. Derrick Henry. That's right, Derrick Henry. Yeah, Henry won it in 2015. Okay, that's right, Derrick Henry. It hasn't been many running backs have won it lately. It's always a quarterback award or a receiver. 4th and 1, they'll go for it. And quarterback keeper, and he didn't get it. Turnover on downs. That's right, Ingram. That's right. Now the light bulb is going off in my head. That's right. Ingram won it in 2009. That's right. Ingram won it, and then Derrick Henry won it. That was at Ingram. When Henry won it. That was the Fournette year. That Fournette was really the one of the favorites, and then he ran into again he couldn't do shit against Alabama, which really wasn't much all his fault. That was Les's game plan, but Fournette went from like the one of the leaders that year until then he wasn't the leader when LSU lost to Alabama. Yeah. Thank you, Les. Thanks, Les. Your inept offense ruined Fournette's chance of winning the Heisman. So, everything was going good for LSU that year until we lost it because we were number 2. We were undefeated until we went to Tuscaloosa, and Les had a horrific game plan offensively, and we couldn't run the football at all because he thought he could just line up and run the football like he did everybody else. But and then that's when Brandon Harris started going downhill. Couldn't throw the football. Anyway, now. Well, this guy watching the Utah game. Talk about a guy who's been this guy Willingham has been in Utah for since Urban was it 2008 2007. I know he was there in 2008, but that guy's been in Utah forever. He's talking about he's never going to leave Utah. He's been there so long. There's no way in hell that this guy Dillingham is gonna. No, not Dillingham. What's his name? Willingham, right? Dillingham's at Arizona State. There's no way this guy's leaving Utah. Ain't no way. Ain't happening. He'll be there until he dies. 2005. Damn. He's been there since 2005. Damn. So we got 7:31 to go in the game. It's 38-19 Ole Miss as they're getting the ball back after the turnover on downs. There's a handoff up to the 40. Close to the 45-yard line. Kirk Ferentz is kind of the same way with Iowa. He's been there for so long that the chances of him going elsewhere at this point are just it's not going to happen. If they were going to leave, it would have been 15 years ago. Yeah, but the Ferentz has been at Iowa since like 2000, I think. Might have been before that. Might be 90. Might be 99. 2nd and 8 here for Ole Miss. There's a handoff up to the 40, 35, down to the 33-yard line. Anthony Davis is returning today. Oh, Street Clothes is playing today. Street Clothes, Anthony Davis, him and Zion are just like two peas in the pod, man. They're always freaking hurt. Zion and Anthony Davis, hurt. It's like they got no drive to be like elite. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. There's a handoff, and it gets up to about the 28-yard line. 98, he's been there. Wow, since Iowa. I knew it was a long time. Yeah, AD don't want to miss that game, huh? Against the Lakers. Some players just don't have the drive, man. They don't. I mean, everybody. LeBron, he's not my favorite player in the world, but man, LeBron has been. I know he's been hurt this year, but LeBron has always kept himself in shape. Always kept himself in shape. We got a timeout. So, I mean, I'll give it to LeBron. Now, he's been playing for how many years in this league? And he's been relatively healthy for about 99% of the time. So, I'll, for LeBron to be out, he's got to be physically unable to play. I mean, I'll give him that. But, so. But some players just take care of their bodies, like Tom Brady and Drew Brees. They took care of their bodies. That's why they played to their 40s. So, some players just have a good work ethic, and they have a desire to stay healthy. Some players don't. Some players just like, you know what, I don't care, man. I'm just going to play, man. I don't care. That's how Zion is. 2nd and 5 at the 28-yard line of Mississippi State. And it's Lacey on the Wildcat. Gets to the 20. That's a first down. So. Talk about LeBron. Yeah, LeBron. I mean, people here, the GOAT. That kind. Is he the GOAT? Is he not the GOAT? Is LeBron always keeps himself in shape. He doesn't eat ring dings and ho-hos like Zion. Like 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line. Man, Lane is pumped up on the sideline. There's a handoff up to the 15-yard line. Yeah, some players don't do conditioning, man. You have to condition yourself year round, man, to be an athlete. You can't just half-ass it and just because you're young doesn't mean that you're always going to be in shape and athletic, and you gotta. Trust me, I'm approaching 50 and I'm feeling it. 2nd and 8. There's a end around down to the 14-yard line. Oh yeah, beignets. I think Ricky Williams just liked smoking pot. But he's also a player that didn't have much drive to be really good. Ricky Williams would rather just smoke weed. He even said that. So 3rd and 6, and we got another timeout upcoming. Oh yeah, wedding dress. Yeah, that was before your time. The wedding dress. That was before your time. But yeah, the Saints gave up a whole draft to move up to draft Ricky Williams. and he put him in a wedding dress on the ESPN magazine with Mike Ditka. Man, that was fun times. That was fun times. Yeah, Bulldogs had chances to score today. They had chances to make this game a little closer than what it was in the first half, but red zone. Then they had a turnover. So 3:11 to go in the fourth quarter. Third and six coming up. So ball's at the 14-yard line. There's a handoff. It's Lacey going to go left to the 10, down to the 5, down to the goal, and he stretches. And no touchdown, but there's a flag down, but there's no touchdown. The Saints had some good years under Mora, but then they kind of went away because of Jim Finks passing away, the GM. And then they hired Ditka, which was a total disaster. But talking about the Ricky Williams shit, the funny thing is, that was the 99 season when they gave up the whole draft to get Ricky. The following season, they made the playoffs. So, timeout. Bulldogs call timeout. But, yeah, so. Am I doing the Georgia Tech? I don't know. I am not doing the Texas. I don't know. This Georgia Tech game might be a blowout, man. I am not doing the Texas A&M game. We're having a family night. We're playing cards tonight, so we're having a family night playing cards tonight. So I am not doing Texas and A&M. So. But yeah, the 2000 season, the Saints made the playoffs after the 99 debacle. They traded the whole draft away for one player. So 3rd and 16, 3 minutes to go, and there's a handoff on the ground to the 20, to the 15, down to the 13-yard line. It'll be 4th down. Rebels probably will go 3 here. Yeah. I'll be doing LSU tomorrow for sure. LSU. We gotta watch LSU score like 3 points tomorrow. We gotta watch that. So 4th and 4 here for Ole Miss. Man, so they're keeping the offense on the field? Oh man. All right, Ole Miss. 2:56 to go. And they're keeping the offense on the field at the 13-yard line. 4th and 5. And Chambliss what are they doing? Oh, they're calling the timeout. Okay. Watch LSU have over 100 yards. No, we said about what, 150? 170. What was that? The dog chasing the cats. The cat should say, not the cat. Marie, why are you chasing Marie? I don't know why she. I don't know why she just doesn't pop your ass. Field goal, please. I don't know what they're doing. They line up to go for it, and then they. Okay, well now they're going for it again. That was just a weird scenario. Chambliss gonna roll right, and looking, and gonna throw incomplete. So turnover on downs. So they didn't go field goal. So turnover on downs. So 2:50 to go in the game. And it's 38-19, Ole Miss. You got to run up to the VFW post. But they got something going on up there. They got something going on up there. All right, so we got first and 10. Mississippi State. There's a catch made with the 25, and that's a tackle right there. We got 2:42 to go. So clock gonna. No, forgot. Never mind. The clock gonna stop all the time now. First downs because of rules. Ball to 25, Taylor. And you're gonna throw it away, incomplete. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, the clock don't stop now all the time on first down because of rules. Because of rules. Yeah, the game's over with now. This game is over with. We got second and 10 coming up. That was a long lunch.
Oh, you like them Octobers?
They're all right. I wouldn't buy them, but they're all right. Third and 10 coming up. Hey, you're blocking the sun now. Third and 10 here for Mississippi State. Oh.
How close is it?
It's not. It was close in the first half.
That's about what I expected.
It was close in the first half.
This is about the score I expected.
It was close in the first half. Third and 10 coming up. Taylor. Mississippi State, they had some red zone chances they blew. Runs to 35, 40, 45. Pittman tackle him. This guy has.
Looked like he was just jogging.
He is athletic. It was like four. It was close in the first half. In the second half, I don't think it's been all Ole Miss. But Ole Miss. Yeah, Mississippi State won't be going to. Well, you can still get in the bowl at 5 and 7 if certain things happen, but yeah, 6 and 6 they would have been a lock. Be right back. How was lunch? What'd you have?
Good. Goulash.
You had egg Benedict?
No, I had Liz's goulash. What's up, everybody? We got it today. Stars. Never heard of you. Sorry. What's up, Takala? Crazy weather dude. What's up? How bad y'all think LSU is going to lose tomorrow? I think it's going to be about the same score as this game right now. I could see like 38-19 being a Oklahoma LSU score. About what I would expect. think LSU is going to score somewhere in the 17 to 20 point range. And Oklahoma's going to score somewhere in the 35, 40 range.
You didn't say hi.
What's up, Benny? What's up, dude? You missed me? I was gone for like 3 hours.
It's really cold.
That's my boy. That's my boy, Benny. What's up, dude? Hi. Oh, gosh. There's a boy. Benny was mad because I didn't say hi to him.
Oh. You say hi to him. Damn. So, LSU's going to lose pretty bad. Yeah, they're going to lose.
We were talking about what we think the score is going to be. I
Yeah.
said I could see it being about the same exact score as this game right here.
We're not scoring 20 points.
I said I know, and they're not at 20 points. That's what I'm.
No, I mean I don't think we're getting a 10.
Oh, you don't think we're getting a 10?
Yeah.
I could see us scoring about 17.
I
could see it being like LSU somewhere between 15 and 20, and then Oklahoma somewhere between 35 and 40.
Huh.
Well, actually, since this other dude's taken over as interim coach, have we even gone past like 15?
No, we've been bad, man. We scored like what
12 points?
we scored what did we score last week, like 13 or something like that?
Yeah, it was
13 to 10 was the final.
yeah. So yeah, maybe not actually.
And that was against Western Kentucky. I mean,
That's true. That's very true.
I think the weather's supposed to be pretty not good tomorrow. So what we got? We got 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs.
So my school is the Bulldogs.
Huh?
My school's the Bulldogs.
Oh, Taylor.
Remember we looked it up?
And gonna be sacked at the 40. Oh, your school, Coast Guard?
No, my school, Mississippi Gulf Coast.
Oh,
It's the Bulldogs.
oh. It's like the Coast Guard's the Bears.
I'm not in school with the Coast Guard.
I gotta get me a Coast Guard helmet. Because for you.
I didn't go to school at the Coast Guard.
But you're in the Coast Guard, 2nd and 15, and catch made at 35 to 34 yard line. Yeah, it was 13 and 10 last week. Yeah.
I went to school at SOU in MGCCC.
MGCCCCCC. 39 coming up at the 34. Taylor scrambles, rolls left, throws, incomplete. To the cheerleader, incomplete.
Just took one of them out.
4th and 9.
What's the 3 o'clock games? Anybody good?
Georgia and Georgia Tech.
It's good. Always a good game.
Yeah, we'll see. All right, so 4th and 9 coming up is Taylor. All in the throw. He's still can't find nobody open. Still looking, and now throws, and that's going to be not even
He's
close.
throwing him way out of bounds.
Yeah, incomplete.
He didn't even give his receiver a chance.
Now the quarterback's hurt. Jeez. Now the quarterback's hurt. Yeah, he threw it to a cheerleader. He did. So 55 ticks on the clock. Ole Miss will kneel it down, and then the lane watch will start. Then the lane watch will start about what the hell Lane Kiffin's going to do.
No, that'd be messed up. That if he leaves his team for the national champ, like leaves his team for the playoff run.
Here comes a kneel down.
I wouldn't like that.
So Ole Miss is going to go to 11-1 on the season. Yeah. Yeah, I think something's going to be leaked by tonight. somebody's going to try to leak. Some reporter wants to be the first one to leak things, and they'll leak it. That's it. Next deal down is done, and Ole Miss wins 38-19. So Bulldogs go to 5-7. First 11-win regular season in school history for Ole Miss. Man.
That's their first 11-win season?
In regular season.
Really? Damn.
Yep. So everybody wants to be the first one to post about what Lane Kiffin is going to do. So. What's he say? Let's see what. That's what Lane says. Nothing.
He's going to say, go Tigers when he leaves.
Go Tigers, yeah. How you funny you did say that. Dude. Yeah, Summerall, yeah.
Ooh. Tomorrow? You said that?
Yeah.
He said I got to figure it out tomorrow?
Yeah. Yeah, he says, of course they got to ask him about it. Of course he's not going to answer. He shouldn't answer it. Should not answer it. But, all right, man, we'll see you now. Are we doing that today or not?
What, next game?
Georgia Tech.
I don't know.
It's on you.
Hey.
Your decision.
Oh,
Are you leaving it? Or are you
I gotta pray about it and.
Okay. All right. We might be.